I've been needing a new leg. My parents had to pay for a new leg every year because I kept growing. And then my East facilitator, Mr. Worthy at my elementary school, he introduced me to 3D printing. He showed me all these designs that I can do, and I was like, oh.
When I first met Arkhan, he went to school here. He was first grade. I'd see him in PE every now and then or running around at recess, and I actually had no idea he had a prosthetic leg until he was in third grade. We had him using Tinkercad a little bit, which allowed him to get in front of the computer and just kind of play around. And it wasn't for a couple of months until he started thinking, all right, well, what about this leg?
50 Legs was a crazy story. So I had the kids join a Facebook group for Glowforge users. One post on the group asked for us to submit our social media pages. People wanted to see what everyone else was doing. From there, people started going through our social media and they found Arkhan and his story. A lady named Kelly, she reached out and said, you need to contact these people.
I had heard the story about Arkhan printing a 3D leg for himself, and of course was very interested in hearing more about that. 50 Legs is a great organization that really helps reduce the financial burdens to families by providing financial assistance, by helping with plane tickets and hotels and things of that nature, and then they also pay for the actual legs themselves for the children.
I mean, it's an awesome, I like it. What you can do is, I mean, you'd see most of the dolphin, but it would be like that.
I came from Marshall Island after I graduated high school, and I was like 8 months pregnant with them. A few weeks after I moved to Springdale, I had him, and at the hospital I was asking my dad for names, and my dad came up with 2 names. The first one was Langinbelik, which is Arkhan middle name, and then the other one was Arkhan. And I kind of like Arkhan. I was like, oh, let's go with this name, Arkhan. And I asked him, what does Arkhan mean? And he said, that's the short name for Arkansas.
I'm from the Marshall Islands, so I picked like the ocean, because I've never been to the beach, so I just want the ocean way.
You know, I thank God for organizations like 50 Legs and other organizations that go out there and trying to say, hey, we're not just going to let these kids be forgotten. We're not going to let them just hold their head low and not be able to get out there and play with the other kids and run with the other kids, because as you saw, he's just as fast as any other kid, and he can get out there and play with all the other kids as long as he's given that opportunity.
We ended up ordering just one of the liners and a sleeve for him, just one of each. And that came out to just over $1,500 just for that. We struggle, you know, we live just like anybody else does, paycheck to paycheck. And I mean, we want to save, but Arkhan has special needs that needed to be met before we got this opportunity with 50 Legs.
You know, I find it very unfair that, okay, well, we can get you walking, but if you want to run and keep up with all the other kids and everything else, either your parents are going to have to pay thousands of dollars to try to get this, which a lot of people don't have, you know, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to have a running leg. And the community here just stepped up to help him, and that's what we're supposed to do, to help one of each other.
It's been a month and a half since we've been from Florida, and my leg's been really doing fine right now. I didn't really know anybody that had a prosthetic leg at all. Like, you know, it made me feel better about myself.
When we got him connected with Florida and 50 Legs, and seeing him come back from that, he's a different person. He really is. He's more outgoing. He's wanting to show off his leg. He's wanting to be proud of what he's accomplished and where he's been, and that's something that we couldn't have taught him here just by 3D printing his leg.
It's changed my life because I didn't even know what 3D printing was. Now I'm just constantly thinking of new ideas.